Hello and welcome to this video on how to solve equations with parentheses in them. Now, sometimes when you're solving equations, you'll know you're solving because you'll have an equal sign and a variable. Sometimes when you got to find x, it might be trapped inside a parenthesis, like in this problem here. Whenever that's the case, you need to follow the following procedures. Step number one, you need to distribute into the parenthesis. So we're going to take this 2 actually into the parenthesis and distribute it through. We'll then use opposite operations to get the x by itself and check our answers. So let's take a look. On this one, I would distribute the 2 into the parenthesis using multiplication. So 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 4 is 8. So when we distribute the 2 in, I get 2x plus 8 plus 6 equals 20. Red and green. It looks like Christmas. Let's keep going here. I'm going to go ahead and combine my 8 and 6. So I get 2x plus 8 and 6 is 14 equals 20. Again, my goal is to get x by itself. I need to use opposite operations here. So I'm going to go ahead and do the opposite of this plus 14, which would be minus 14 to both sides. When I do that, I get 2x equals 6. And I'm going to do the opposite of times by 2. The opposite of times by 2 would be divide by 2. And so I get x equals 3. You could plug this back in and see if we did it right by checking your answer. I'd plug the 3 right in here for x, so I get 3 plus 4, that's 7. And 7 times 2 is 14 plus 6 is 20. And so, yeah, check. It does check out. Let's try one more together. Here's number 2. Let's say we had 5 minus 3, open parenthesis, 2x plus 5 equals 2 times x plus 1. Now here in this problem, we've got double parenthesis. If you have double parenthesis, you need to make sure to distribute into both of the parentheses. So here, I have a negative 3 outside the parenthesis. It's the negative 3 that's going to get distributed into the parenthesis. So I'm left with 5. When I do negative 3 times 6, I get minus 6x. And when I do negative 3 times 5, I get minus 15. Don't forget, you have to distribute the negative into the parenthesis. So they both become minus. Minus 6x, minus 15. Now we distribute the 2. I distribute the 2 in. I get 2x plus 2. My goal then is to get all the x's on the left side because I want to get x equals for my answer. So let's go ahead and let's minus this 2x over. Minus 2x to both sides. That's going to get me minus 8x, and 5 minus 15 is minus 10 equals, the 2x went away. I'm just left with 2 on the right side. Trying to get x by itself, so let's do some opposite operations here. The opposite of minus 10 would be plus 10. When I do that, I get minus 8x equals 2 plus 10 is 12. And then we divide by negative 8. We're going to have to simplify our answer there. Let's see, we'll divide by 4 goes into each of those. So 12 divided by 4 is 3, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. So I'm left with x equals negative 3 halves. And of course, you could go back to the original problem and put those in for our x's and verify that it checks out. Okay, let's give you 3 problems to work on. Okay, so here are a couple problems for you to work on. Go ahead and pause the video, work on them. When you think you got them, go ahead and press the play button and make sure you got them right. Once you do, you'll be good and you can move on. Okay, let's take a look. Let's try this problem here. I'm going to, step number 1 is to distribute into the parenthesis. So 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 5 is 15. We got a plus 2 equals 10. I want to get my x by itself. Let's add the 15 and the 2 here. We get 3x plus 17 equals 10. I'm going to use opposite operations to get x by itself. So I'm going to undo the plus 17 by doing minus 17 to both sides. Leaves me with 3x equals negative 7. I now need to get x by itself. It's got a times by 3 on it. So the opposite of times by 3 is divide by 3. And so I get x equals negative 7/3. That's our answer for that one. On number 2, we need to distribute as well. I'm going to distribute the 2 in. I get 2x plus 10 equals, here I got to distribute a negative 3 in. negative 3x minus 3 plus 4. I want to get all my x's to the left side, so let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and plus 5x, plus 3x to both sides. When I do that, I get 5x plus 10 equals, what's negative 3 plus 4? It's just 1. Notice the x's went away. I moved them to the left side. We'll go ahead and finish solving for x by minusing 10 to both sides. I'm left with 5x equals negative 9. I got to get the x by itself, so I divide by 5. And my final answer is negative 9/5. So that's how we solve equations with parentheses in them. Step number 1, distribute into the parentheses. When you distribute, those parentheses go away. And then get x by itself. Move all the x's to the left, all the numbers to the right, and then get x by itself. That's going to be your answer. And you can check it to make sure you did it right. Thanks for watching this refresher video.